and the excerpts we've played so far, do you think this economy comes to help that reset agenda? Do you foresee this budget as really contributing to the reset agenda that the NDC paraded?
Thank you. To reset something is a process, same as to destroy something. It also a process. But resetting something, the process needs meticulous and in-depth knowledge and process the whole thing to get to the destination. Anytime I hear of a budget, I know how much you want to spend. You make projections based on expected revenue and all that. So you cannot always be 100% certain, but at least in terms of the percentage, just as Mr. PJ says, he doesn't expect certain things. You can at least hit maybe 80%, 90%, which will be good. For me as a citizen, what do I expect from any budget? One, I'm a businessman, so the business community has an expectation. Most of the time, they are looking at whether there will be new taxes or introduction of new taxes and all that, or there will be removal, or they will maintain the existing taxes. And then the sectorial benefits. There's a breakdown of how much is going to every ministry to spend within the year. And then the ordinary Ghanaian. The ordinary Ghanaian also has an expectation. Most of the time they are looking at, okay, when it comes to utility prices, or would there be any introduction of new taxes or levies and all that, the effect on them? Would there be improvement of their roads, new hospitals, completion of old projects and all that? And then we have also the investor community. Basically those outside Ghana, they also look forward to what you have in your budget and look at what they can bring in or to stay away. This one has come with some sense of relief for the ordinary Ghanaian, which I am a part of. One, e-levy. For me, from day one, any platform that I've been on, I've described that E as evil. People didn't take it kindly. When the e-levy was coming, we were told by our brothers and sisters in the MPP that the e-levy is coming to solve basically all our problems. And when people were saying that instead of introducing that levy, go to the IMF, seek for support, don't be ashamed to go to the IMF.
Based on what they had said earlier.
Yes. For them, they said so much that, let me quote Abronye, the Bono chairman of the MPP. He said it is senseless to go to the IMF. It means you lack sense to go to the IMF. We heard so much. The former director for communication for Ashanti region, Kwasi Chey, also said anybody who say that we should not introduce e-levy but rather go to the IMF is mad.
But they ended up going back.
So, one, they introduced the evil levy, e-levy, which brought so much fights, even in parliament. Yeah. And Ghanaians said they didn't want it. And my MP, Dr. Stephen Amwa, came on TV live and said they will bring it.
Now,
this was an MP was crying some years back that what has Nana Addo done? Why are Ghanaians doing this? He said whether you like it or not, they will bring it. Sticker.
Evangelist, let's clear the air.
Yeah, clear it.
I mean, the NDC proposed a lower, deduction, let's say 1%, or that they never wanted it.
The NDC, we were against it. We advised that the government, if you think you are at a point that you need help, go to the IMF. In fact, IMF, I have described it as this community susu thing that we do. Credit union. Everybody contributes. Yeah. Ghana is a member of the IMF. So whenever you need support, don't feel ashamed. Go for support. Politicians will describe you in certain ways, but at least it's money that is coming. When you use it well, the projects will be there. Ghanaians will be excited at the end of the day. But we heard all that. Now, E-Levy, the NDC, in opposition, said, given the mandate, will abolish it. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia also came and said, given the opportunity, he will also abolish it.
Yeah, there were rumors that he really never supported the idea of
those will still remain rumors. But for me, I know he was in charge of the economy, the head of the economic mismanagement team.
But as vice president, you know very well that probably maybe he takes orders from the president.
Thank you. We have heard all that. It's in the past now. E-Levy abolished. Let's make progress. Ghanaians are happy. I'm a business person. I do a lot of transactions through my phone, even with my bank and all that. I went to a very big institution, and the payment that we were supposed to make, I had to withdraw it from my bank on my phone and push it to them. They said they are not taking mobile money. Then the person in charge showed me that in front of their factory, there's a mobile money vendor. I should go there, withdraw my money, and bring their money to them. A very big institution. And go to magazine, and many of them were not taking Momo because, for me, it's amounted to double taxation. Every step of the way, they were making deductions. But now, the NDC, after the MPP introduced it, Haruna Idrisu, Honorable, the leader then, suggested that they should reduce it. If they've brought it, they should reduce it. And they saw wisdom in that and brought it to 1%. And even lowered the threshold from 100 cedis to even a peswa. So, what was it? But today it's off.
But Evangelist, have you thought of how we are going to balance the sheet?
The sheet.
Yes. Knowing very well that there's some amount of money that will be taken out of government companies.
Yes. E-Levy was given us somewhere last year. I have let me do this from the Bank of Ghana. Quickly. Good. Bank of Ghana, 2023. E-Levy gave us, it started from 2022. They were expecting 6.8 billion. They got only 10%, which amounted to 643 million. 2023, it went up. We got 1.195 billion. Still short of their expected 6.8. 2024, we got 1.8 billion. Not even 2 billion. Now, certainly this is money that the country will lose. But you see, when you expand the tax net, the finance minister has assured us that E-Levy and betting tax was giving us around 2 billion. There's a way out. We'll get it. So for me, let me move to the betting tax as well. Betting tax has brought so much confusion to the point that even Adam, he is a Muslim who is fasting in this month of Ramadan. Quickly after the presentation, went out and said, we never even introduced the betting tax that they have abolished and all that. Now, I have this document from Bank of Ghana. 2023, betting tax gave us 51.4 billion. Yes, 2024, we got 156.7 million. So where was this money going to? You were not taking it. And then the investors, the young men, even some elders also take this thing. We call them investors. They came out and said, something that you claim you were not taking. So this money that when we won, taking, where did it go?
My account,
Now, I'm happy that Honorable Patrick Buama has come to apologize. That Adam, I think the fasting got the better part of him, and he lied. He came to mislead the public. Now it has been taken off. The debate is ongoing. It will go through the processes, and when the budget is approved, it will be taken off. The youth are happy. The youth are happy. I don't do betting.
But Evangelist.
Yes.
People have said that. I mean, betting takes out the youth that should be working.
Yeah, and that's the moral aspect of it.
Yes, the moral aspect of it. You know, we can't take that out. The country in which we are, Ghana as we are.
Yes.
And so they feel that, okay, government should have increased it to ensure that, okay, this is how we'll go about it, to deter people from entering into it and venturing into something.
Yes. The essence,
more profitable.
Yes, I understand all that moral argument. I'm a preacher of the gospel. I don't do it, and I will not advise anybody to do it. But the reality is that when you talk of even taxation, when you do taxation, steady taxation, it is to get revenue for the state for development, and in some cases serve as deterrent to certain things. So the moral aspect, even alcohol, cigarette, they are harmful. So government decides that let me put taxes on it so that people don't engage in it, but people will still engage in it. Today, as we sit here, there are betting companies, lottery companies. Betting is a form of lottery. Companies who have employed Ghanaians. And at the end of the day, they pay their taxes to the state. Now, these young men, aside all the processes, the companies paying their taxes and all that, you decide that when they get some winnings, you will take a certain percentage from their winning. But when they lose, you don't compensate them for their loss. But when they win, you take something. For me, yes. But today, that betting tax has been taken off. We can also push that these betting companies pay more taxes. It's something we can talk of. And they will put their charges directly or indirectly to their stakeholders, their investors. That is a debate we can have. But for the youth, they are happy. The investors, they are happy that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has done this. And they say that John Dramani Mahama will go MPP. That is what the youth are saying. And that NDC will be in power for over 1,000 years. That's for the comedy side of things. But that is their feeling.
One thing that we should not forget is this. We cannot, of course, we must be fair to Dr. Bo.
Yeah.
The fact that he indicated there was